Yeah. Let us start, ma'am. Point number 9. Light in the
Okay.
knower of the
The light
triune.
in the
Yeah.
time self. The light is clear in all of the noetic atmosphere that does not penetrate the mental and psychic atmospheres of the human. So the light is clear only in the noetic atmosphere where it does not penetrate the mental and psychic atmospheres of the human. The light is taken into the noetic atmosphere by the noetic breath and makes the atmosphere conscious in
Sir,
the
you are not
degree of.
sharing the page.
Am I not?
No.
No, I can read it. I can read it. I'm reading from that.
I still see the gallery.
Gallery?
I don't know. Ramakrishna Garu, I am seeing and
Okay.
reading,
Okay,
Andy.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the
Thank you.
light is taken into the noetic atmosphere by the noetic breath and makes the atmosphere conscious in the degree of I-ness and selfness.
Yeah.
The matter of the noetic atmosphere has the
The
characteristic.
I-ness and selfness has got to do with ego. Okay. That's what I was researching.
In his terminology.
Yeah. I as identity is the feeling of presence of the real identity of I-ness of one's knower. This is belonging to the knower. I-ness is the quality of the knower, right?
Yeah.
I-ness is the self-conscious, self-same identity of the knower that doesn't change, changeless, without beginning or an end in the eternal, thinking with the body, mind, and feeling the presence of its real identity deludes the doer into the belief that it is one and the same with the body and the senses. So that is where the false sets in. It starts identifying. Because you have the power to create, you are the co-creator, you are thinking that your body mind, your ego mind is the one which is the same as the I-ness itself. It is not. Okay.
But what is, according to him, the selfness?
Selfness, I didn't check. I just checked on I-ness because selfness is the content of the I-ness, I think.
Sir, I mean, is it not the knowledge that I am not just this body, I am the spirit in it?
The
No, it's
knowledge, I
more
thought.
than that. It's more than that.
Because I identify myself with the body most of the time, while the truth is I am spirit in the body shape. I am more connected with the conscious, through consciousness to the higher self.
One sec, wait, let us see that. No, I mean, he is saying something more. This is his own definition.
Yeah, I mean, the way I read those sentences, I often mistaken or combined with the body mind.
No, no, body mind is not in picture. No, if it is the triune self belonging to the knower, knower doesn't come into the body.
No, that's
Yes.
what realizing that I am a part of the knower,
No.
realizing
Body.
that I am with the knower, but I mean, mistakenly associate myself to be with the doer. I am also a part of the knower, and I am only playing the role of a doer. That knowledge, I think, is what is I and self makes
No,
sense there.
that is our definition, but he is not defining it that way.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to search that.
What does he say in the wiki dot, Andy?
No, what you're reading is from the Wikidot. Wikidot doesn't have this terminology glossary.
Okay. Yes. Correct.
he's not. Where are we? I-ness and selfness. He doesn't have that dedicated explanation where he has.
So basically, I-ness is the false self, the ego self.
I-ness and selfness. But then he is not explaining the terminology at all in this separately. Duty, intelligence, states, subjective. No, I think. No. What was the other page? He said 433.
443.
Huh?
443.
443, correct. Why did it bring me here when I said 443? Well, I'm also caught off guard. No, not this 443. His 443 seems to have a different connotation. Anyway, we'll continue. I will look up this meaning and come up with the answer. Maybe I'll have to do some research elsewhere also. Okay. So, conscious in the degree of I-ness and selfness. I-ness and selfness are two sides of the same coin. When they are balanced, it means 1 degree progression.
Yeah, and passive I-ness and active selfness. Okay.
Correct.
The
matter of the noetic.
The matter of the noetic atmosphere has the characteristic that it tends to oneness. This matter is conscious in various phases of I-ness and selfness and is potentially and its potentiality. What is this? This matter is conscious in various phases of I-ness and selfness and is potentially that out of which will be developed the light of faculty and the I am faculty when the triune self becomes an intelligence. It is such a long sentence, it's confusing.
No, we'll break it down. This matter, see what is he saying? The light is clear in all of the noetic atmosphere.
Yes. Except in
That
psychic
does
and mental.
not penetrate. So, that light does not penetrate the mental and psychic atmospheres of the human. Why? Because these are contaminated, and tomorrow in the various dimensions, we will learn that there are crystals in one of the
Blocking.
dimension
Yes.
which do not let the light pass through till such time that our body is energetically capable of withstanding that frequency. There are crystals that are there blocking that light. When will that clear? When we get ready. Okay. Right? Now what is he saying?
Chandra Garu, just one. When we slowly come out of our body mind.
Correct. Then
the crystals
it will pass through. Correct. Right. The light is taken into noetic atmosphere by the noetic breath and makes the atmosphere conscious in the degree of I-ness and selfness. Right? Which light is taken? The light that is not penetrating also is taken, right? Along with the other light that is taken, it's taken by the noetic breath. Okay. The matter of the noetic, pardon?
Breath breath is a self-awareness breath?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what.
The matter
Yeah.
of the noetic atmosphere has the characteristic that it tends to oneness. Oneness means it
Yeah.
is taking you, helping you raise your consciousness to the divine quality.
Yes.
It is aligning you with the divine quality. This matter is conscious in various phases of I-ness and selfness and is potentially that out of which will be developed the light faculty. That means that intelligence will start becoming visible, that faculty.
Mm.
And the I am faculty, that means you are recognizing yourself, awareness. Okay. When the triune self becomes an intelligence. So all this happens when the triune self, when does the triune become intelligent? When it has completed its duties in the realm of permanence. It has gone through its full cycles of learnings. It has merged, it has passed the test, it has delivered that potential that it has, it has delivered the to the potentials that he has when it has been handed over a government department to be run.
That means they are
After,
all balanced selves.
yes. So it is basically like your Yakshini, Gandharvas, all that,
Devata.
correct. And then becoming the Devatas. Very similar to
Yes.
that,
Yes. Hierarchy.
correct. Right? So then let's go to the next one. In the,
In
in
the
the,
atmosphere,
yeah,
in the atmosphere, it flows the noetic breath, which is the active side of a part of the atmosphere and connects the remaining part with the knower.
correct,
The knower has two aspects, passively I-ness and actively selfness.
correct. Yeah,
From I-ness comes the identity of the triune self, which in the human is the human is manifest as the feeling that it is the same today as through all past years, notwithstanding the changes in the body. That is the soul,
correct.
permanent soul.
That is the soul.
Yeah, that is the
Hmm.
soul, realness, life. Selfness is knowledge. Yeah, that is
Correct,
here. He says selfness is knowledge. We had to highlight selfness is knowledge. The knower of the triune self is conscious in the highest phases of the degree of I-ness and selfness. The
correct.
knower
That
of
means
the triune.
it is tuned to that oneness.
Yes. Yeah. In that higher levels, higher vibration, the knower of the triune self is conscious in the highest phases of the degree of I-ness and selfness.
Correct,
The and the matter of the atmosphere are conscious in lower phases. So basically at the lower phases, the breath and the matter, the solidified matter of the atmosphere are conscious in lower phases.
in the lower phases, they are conscious, and in the higher phases, when they are closer to one, in the highest, they are balanced.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Let's
In the
go.
noetic
Yeah.
there is neither place nor time. So
So
there is no
those do not exist in the noetic atmosphere.
this is beyond 5D.
Correct.
The matter is everywhere at once. The light is throughout in the atmosphere. The light is throughout in the atmosphere, in the breath, and in the knower. So
Correct.
this light of intelligence, that is, it is present in the atmosphere, in the breath, and in the knower. The light.
Because in the noetic world, everything, you see, noetic world is your knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. And in the noetic atmosphere, he says that in that atmosphere, everything is light.
Yes.
Be it the breath,
But
be it the atmosphere, and that light is in the knower. Correct?
fully present. It's not
Yes.
blocked any. No. Yeah. No obscure of
I
light.
mean, there is no blockage.
Yeah. No blockages. Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
The light quickens and brings out what is potentially in the atmosphere. So it is very clear. That which is in the atmosphere has no direct or special bearings upon the noetic destiny of the human. That which is in the atmosphere has no direct or special bearing upon the noetic destiny of the human, because there is no influence of other things. It is
Correct.
clear.
It is
The
just
clear light.
light. It is just
Yeah.
light. Whether the body mind is able to accept it or not is not the contention here.
Yes.
Okay.
That which is noetic destiny of a human is light which is in the part of the noetic that is in the mental atmosphere of the human.
Okay. Now, when he
Yeah.
says figure 5b, we know that figure 5b. Okay, basically, that circle where he's drawing all those. Hey, come on. It's time the pictures came up, no? I think tomorrow I'll cut this separately. This is 4b. Yeah. So here he's saying that this is the physical atmosphere of the human, the psychic atmosphere, the mental atmosphere. These are all of the triune self. He's showing the psychic, mental, and noetic atmosphere are of the triune self. Okay. Of the human are those portions of the atmosphere of the triune self that reach into the physical atmosphere of the human. So whatever of this is manifested in the physical atmosphere of the human, that is the noetic atmosphere of the human. Correct? Now, the noetic, mental, and psychic atmosphere are those portions of the triune. So, whatever has passed through this and is manifest, visible to the physical atmosphere, is those portions of the atmosphere of triune that reach into the physical atmosphere. That means
Portions
whatever
of the
has got manifested.
Yes, that small circle, medium circle, those are
Correct.
the portions he's talking.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
noetic atmosphere, can we say it's exist in the 11th dimension, 11th or 10th?
No, noetic atmosphere is the 12th.
12th, okay. I thought 12th is the realm of intelligence and realm of permanence.
Correct. That is where noetic world is, no?
That is where the full light
Yeah,
of
that is
intelligence.
true. Yeah, my confusion. That's true.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. Let's
Okay.
continue.
In the noetic atmosphere, there is neither place nor time. The matter is everywhere at once. I think I finished this. That which is noetic destiny of a human is the light which is in the part of the noetic that is in the mental atmosphere of human. That's what we saw. Now,
Correct.
also,
Not only
light,
mental, all the three atmospheres of the ones that it is visible. Yeah. Also, yeah.
also light that is tied up in the physical body and light in nature which will be called on by the human.
Correct. So this light that is available, which the human requests for or calls on, that is what will be, right? That is also part of the noetic destiny of the human.
It is available when we call, yeah.
Correct, correct.
Though light comes in the first instance from the intelligence, some light comes back into the noetic atmosphere from nature when it is reclaimed, and some from the mental atmosphere when a thought is balanced, and so the light in it is freed, and some when knowledge of the conscious self in the body results from thinking without creating a thought. So these are the ways we accumulate our light of intelligence.
Correct. Now, not only that, and nothing will happen if there is no thought is created, it doesn't stay there. It goes back.
Yes. Because there is no
Because
energy created.
thought is the medium through which we can access the light of the noetic world.
Yes, we are saving the light.
Correct. Everyone with is able to relate to this much? If you have to switch on the light for you to see the again, I can't use light. So, for you to see or for you to realize what it is, for you to manifest, your switch lies in your thought. You can't think, you will not get that part of the knowledge which is available. Okay, let's go.
There is a circulation
Of part of the light.
There is a circulation of part of the light from the noetic into the mental atmosphere, there by means of thought into nature, and from there back from food and thought into the mental, and from there into the noetic atmosphere.
No,
Okay,
slowly. There is a circulation of part of the light. There is a circulation from
the
noetic into mental atmosphere. Okay. Then, by means of thought, that means it has come up to mental atmosphere. Then, by means of thought, into nature. No thought, it will not move to nature. And then, back from food and thought into the mental. And then into the noetic atmosphere. That is the circle of that circulation. Okay? Yeah.
Yes. Light is sent by the knower into the mental atmosphere with the noetic breath.
Okay. Because every atmosphere has got a breath which is surrounding us also, but we should be able to generate a thought to pull it to us. Okay. Yeah.
Ines sends light to be used in thinking. Reason checks the amount that is allowed to go.
No. Now what is happening? You have got knower, thinker, correct? Knower, thinker, doer.
Yes.
Okay. Now what is he saying? Light is sent by the knower. It is made available into the mental atmosphere with the noetic breath. I-ness, the identity, sends light to be used by thinking. Okay. Reason, now what is happening? The conscience is coming into picture. Conscience is your rightness and reason, correct? It has to be justified. Or it has to be the free will which is pulling that.
Yeah.
Correct. So what is he saying? Light is available. I-ness sends light to be used in thinking. That means that visibility of a thought to empower that thought and like thoughts coming together to become an idea, right? But reason checks the amount that is allowed to go. Reason is playing the role of the gate.
The mind
Correct.
reason.
Correct. Yeah. That
The
is
selfness.
kindness. Now, selfness, what is it doing?
Selfness sends the light to rightness when conscience speaks and to reason as an intuition.
Correct. So you will get the intuition when it is righteous. If it is not meeting the rightness and it is not meeting the logic of reason, then you will not get that thought. You will
Yeah.
not be able to think about it. Yeah. Then
The light that I-ness sends becomes diffused in the mental atmosphere.
because it
So
has
at
not
that
come
time,
beyond the mental atmosphere.
yeah. So the light that I-ness sends, it becomes diffused in the mental atmosphere. The light that self sends remains clear and direct.
Selfness is very clear. It will send it only when reason or rightness is
Right way. I mean, it is held.
when it is part of the rightness. Otherwise, it will not send it. Then what happens?
Yeah,
Let us see further.
selfness is, it is like higher selfness. That is
Correct.
why he said yes, because it is helping not only you and others, it is the right way.
Correct. That is
So, yeah, the light that I-ness sends becomes diffused in the mental atmosphere. The light that selfness sends remains clear and direct. The noetic breath conveys some of the light to the mental atmosphere, which receives it through the mental breath.
correct. Yeah, one by one, everyone is dropping.
This part is difficult to follow first time. I know.
No, we'll have to draw a diagram, otherwise it won't be clear. I think
Very
Yes.
I've got
confusing,
some
sir. I
work.
think basic differences between the I-ness and selfness has to be ground into the mind before one can really go and
Correct.
throw
Yeah.
light as the conscious throws the light into the body.
Yeah, another diagram like that, all the worlds and all that is
Yeah.
required. I think I have some homework to do.
Because, yeah, here,
Otherwise, we had to put in the I-ness in the parenthesis the lower self or something, I and me, the
No.
identity of the body.
I will do a proper diagram with a comparator and all, input going and output coming and all that. We'll do that. Yeah.
what selfness does, as you said, and as he says, is very simple.
Correct.
Only when it is right, your conscious provokes
Yes.
and conscious sort of makes you do the right thing
So,
if you
I
follow
will
the
draw a
conscious.
diagram. I will draw a diagram for this
Yeah.
one so that
If you use the
can
free will again, consciousness cannot do anything. So that
correct.
is
Yes.
that
No,
is
no, that
understandable.
nobody can do. The moment free will comes into picture, none of these things work.
Work. Yeah.
Yeah.
But highness,
Because
highness
at
No,
that
he
time,
will
is
explain it somewhere. Sir, he will explain
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should come. Yeah. When the
Okay.
light,
okay. When the light is in the matter of the mental atmosphere of the human, it is diffused. When the
correct,
light is in the mental atmosphere of the human, it is diffused.
it is diffused,
Mod-
modified, dimmed, and dulled.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
negatives.
Correct.
Yeah. The light itself is always the same and has lost none of its character, but it appears in the mental atmosphere as though it were in a fog.
Yeah.
So
Because the mental atmosphere, you can cloud it with your astral content also. That is your emotional content. That is why when we are overpowered by an emotion, can you think?
no,
Straight.
fear, guilt, and all these, they cloud
Correct.
the
Those
lower
are the
emotion.
blockages that is there in one of the dimension. Your belief system, What are the blockages? Your belief
Blind
system, your
beliefs.
fear,
Yes.
your stubbornness, all those negatives
Yeah.
of the map of
Atmosphere.
consciousness, correct, are your inhibiting factors which are clouding your mental
Yes.
atmosphere.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, let's go further.
See, these are the points we had to make in between
Correct.
for the audience, to understand.
Yes.
Otherwise, his language is
No, that is why I have to put his diagram. I have to make a diagram out of this. I will do it.
yes.
Yeah.
This is caused by the matter of the mental atmosphere. So this fog is caused by the matter of the mental atmosphere. In the lowest part of the atmosphere,
Yeah. In
in
the
the
lower part of this atmosphere, which
yeah,
is the
the
part of
part that
human, which is the part the human uses to think with, and in which the thoughts connected with his thinking circulate and whirl, the light is most fogged and clouded because you are not thinking clearly. In the mental
yeah,
atmosphere of the human, ignorance is there, faith is there, doubt is there, clarity is
yes,
there, but you are confused.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. It's because see the thoughts are that is why here he would have should have mentioned the thoughts, what wrong thoughts.
No, no,
The
any
thoughts,
thought. Because, no, there are two things. When the thought is coming, right,
yeah. Mhm.
it is coming up to the mental atmosphere.
No,
Yes.
he's talking about the light for the thought. He's not talking about the thought itself.
No,
He
the
says the
light
light
will
is the
come,
fog.
sir. The light will come only when thought is applied. Otherwise, there is no light. It is available, but you can,
No,
your power switch for the light is thought.
Yeah, the thought is the power light. It is whether it is a
Correct.
right or wrong.
The light
See,
is
if
always there. It is like
yes,
your live and neutral in a power switch.
yeah, it's the
yes,
visibility that changes.
Yeah, you can put it that
Visibility.
way, but
Yeah.
that will change based on whether you have thought about it or not. See, there are so many things piled up on my table. 90% of them I am not even looking at. So I am not thinking about them.
Right.
When there is a need, I
yeah,
will think about it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes. Whereas the light itself, being of intelligence and being truth, shows in the noetic atmosphere everything as the thing is. The light in the mental atmosphere must be freed from obstacles and interference
Which
and
are
must be
this
held.
belief system and all these are the source
Yes,
of that disturbance.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It must be held steadily on the subject and brought to a focus before the light as truth can show that and show what the thing is. That is the focusing. See,
Correct.
even when we are studying for the exams, unless we focus, we cannot get the
No,
material.
one is focus. Here it is more
Yeah.
than focus.
Not can
See,
specific.
what is he
Yes.
saying? Whereas the light itself, being of the intelligence and being truth. Okay, whereas the light itself shows in the noetic atmosphere everything as is.
As it, as it
Okay.
is.
The light in the mental atmosphere must be freed from obstacles.
Yeah.
Okay. The light in the mental atmosphere is where your belief system, your experiences, your fears, your likes, your dislikes, all these are the entities coming from the astral plane and creating the blockages in the mental frame. So that interferences have to be cleaned and must be held steady. Holding steady is the focus, I agree. Okay. On the subject and brought to a focus. By holding steady, you are able to bring it to a focus. Before the light as truth can show what the thing is. Before that item that you are seeing or you are thinking about is visible to you, all these things have to happen. Now
I want
what?
to mention that I want to say here, but the example is, suppose we are studying for a hard exam. In case if you have doubt that, oh, can I pass this? Can I do this? Those are the blocks. Those are also the blocks.
Those are your belief systems, your correct, right? Now,
But
what is he
he,
saying? The light in its clear state in the noetic atmosphere cannot then be sent into the physical nature. It can't pass through.
so along with the focus, we need to have the right thinking that I can do this.
No, that
That
is
is
one
what
of
he's
the
talking.
gate. See, it has got a
Yes.
number of gates that it has to pass through.
Yes. So those some of the blocks you can
After the
clear by thinking.
mental atmosphere passes it, then it will go through the conscience.
Yes.
That gate has to clear. Only then will it start coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. At least those 4 people who are here, you have followed what we are discussing? Kirti,
Yes, yes.
Puna,
Yes,
Ratna. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Right. Very
I
good.
mean,
Okay.
can we say what Hindu scripture says is that Maya,
But
illusion that
Maya is a different concept. This is
it is,
basically your belief system.
this
He
is,
is
yeah,
thrusting on your belief system completely.
okay. Yeah.
Those are the blockages.
So it's, yeah.
It's
Maya
the
is
ego.
something you will like, you will enjoy it, and you will participate in it.
It's the
Yeah,
ego
but
part of it in the
it
mental
is,
plane.
it's
Yeah.
not the truth that it is masked by a veil.
There the ego is coming into picture to
Yeah.
tell you that that is the new truth.
Yeah.
Never
See,
wrote.
here, Garu, the Maya is forgetting about your real self, that you are eternal,
Correct.
and thinking
Okay.
always, enjoying the body because of body mind.
No,
Correct.
also, what you really enjoy as a sweetness is damaging to you on a long run because you are not
Yeah.
realizing the consciousness. As you enjoy your, the procreation, the material wealth that you have, all those things you are attracted, attached, get involved into it so much that you tend to forget they are not the ultimate.
No,
That
Yes,
is
and
the illusion that
that
one
is where the
gets.
ego is giving you the impression that those are more important
Right,
than.
right.
Yeah.
That's one way. But the other way of looking at things is that, hey, the solids that you are seeing are not really that solid as you think they are. There is a
yes,
cell, there is a mechanism that goes into a vibration status. So
Correct.
the energy is the one that is important, that is inside,
Hmm.
which humans are unable to see it. Leave alone humans, probably even the animals, plants, minerals, nobody can see it as vibrations while you are seeing this as a computer, a laptop, a phone, and a particular object that you are looking at as a wholesome. I think that's also another meaning that you can take it to be.
Yeah,
You
but
yeah,
lack
we
we'll
the
are, we
take
are
the
all,
vision to see
simpler
the
one.
reality.
We'll take the simpler one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue.
okay. The light in the mental atmosphere is in a state where it can be mixed with the desire and so may be sent into the physical nature in the portion of a thought which is exteriorized. This is what material
Exteriorized.
things exteriorized. So, yeah,
Correct.
exteriorized.
Hmm.
So
That he is
again, let
explaining below.
Yeah, he's explaining this. How does it happen? The presence of the light diffused in the mental atmosphere stimulates the matter of the atmosphere and keeps the mental breath in circulation. And the
Okay.
light circulates with it and allows the reason to act through its thinking.
Correct. So here
Okay.
it is passing through. It is passing through the mental atmosphere, but the thinker is coming and interfering with it. Is it right? Yes. Are you able to justify? If you are able to justify, you will let it pass. Correct. So let's go further. The
The
light in
light in
rightness.
rightness is not the light of the mental atmosphere, but it is clear light that is sent in flashes from the noetic atmosphere by selfness. So
So that
here, depending on
selfness is part of the wisdom.
yes, the knowledge.
Correct.
Yes.
The knowledge. So that knowledge
Yes.
is it logical? Is it acceptable? Is it following the understanding of the virtue system that I have for me to take it forward? Otherwise, do I need to reject and stop it here? Those are the kind of processes, the background processes, the background programs for it to move and exteriorize. Yeah.
Yes, even when we get in from the higher self for some of the messages, we always the reason, is this right or wrong?
Correct.
Yeah. So the light in the rightness is not in the light of the mental atmosphere, but it is clear light that is sent in flashes from the noetic atmosphere
Now,
by
here,
selfness.
one important point I think we can take away here is when in doubt, communicate with your higher self and get the clarity.
Yes.
Yeah, that way we can we don't need to get the mental atmosphere interfere with that.
See, you are utilizing those, but still you are not able to come to a conclusion. There is confusion. Then you are directly asking a question of your higher self saying, please give me a signal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So because
Exactly.
the light is
Right.
blocked by the mental plane, so we are we're avoiding the mental plane reasoning part
No,
of
you are
it.
not avoiding. You are utilizing it, but you are also doing this portion.
Sir,
The
in other
clear
words,
light that is coming in flashes from the noetic atmosphere by selfness. Selfness is part of your higher self.
Higher self.
Correct.
Knowledge, yeah.
Right.
sir, doubt only comes when you are not tuned into the higher self, right? Whether the
Pardon?
doubt only comes, doubt or even the question of judging
No,
the
but then if I have got my ego mind, I am not letting my higher self communicate at all.
so I mean basically you're not
No, I
accepting the
am
signal,
blocking.
or you're doubting the signal,
No,
which
you are
is
doubting the signal, but if you have got an ill-placed ego, right? You have got an ill-placed ego. Like we were doing a question answer of Seth material, wherein there is one question with respect to whether I can harm or I cannot harm. Okay. Now this fellow says, I have harmed because the other person requested for the harm. Okay. But the question here is, what happened to his free will and righteousness? So ego also can halt the higher self. Higher self can do nothing if the ego comes into a picture.
so that basically means when you are thinking that I am doing something or I'm acting something, that
I am the creator. You stay put. I am the creator. I am taking the decision. I am moving forward. I may make a mistake. Doesn't matter to me. My ego is satisfied. When ego dominates, the message is when ego dominates, your higher self, poor fellow, is also powerless.
Correct. Understood, sir. So ego dominates through the maybe a free will form, or it could take any other ways. But ultimately, when we are acting, right, we know very clearly whether that is in the best interest or maybe
No,
unconscious.
no. See, if your desire is all the more powerful, then all this rightness, reason, all those, these are all coming from the higher self because they are not sitting in your body. They have to come to you, it has to come through your body mind only. So, I mean, like when such things happen, what happened to your common sense? That's one question that we will ask. If you are very close with that person, what happened to your senses, my friend? That your senses is the one that has to come from higher self. But you have ruled that away. Correct. That is the point.
I think always, as Patriji always used to say, everybody should have more common sense. Common sense is the free will.
Correct.
Common sense is free will.
So,
Okay.
no light.
Then no light is in the psychic atmosphere, but there is light in those parts of the mental and noetic atmospheres which are in it.
Those are the
Even though there is,
particles. Those are the
yeah,
particles of wisdom. But
even though
that is
no light in,
why, that is the
yeah,
reason why I say the psychic plane is actually a hinge.
yeah,
It is a hinge wherever the power is more. If desire is more, the pull will be towards the physical mind. If rightness and reason are more and wisdom is more, the pull will be by the mental plane. He will just keep oscillating. That is
yeah, and
astral
until we,
plane. That is the emotion. That is the emotion.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, let us
yeah.
proceed further.
So even though there is no light in the psychic atmosphere, but there is light in those parts of the mental and noetic atmospheres which are in it.
Correct.
The matter of the atmosphere is conscious in the degree of feeling and desire.
Exactly. That is the ultimate thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The
Beautiful.
matter is usually dark, heavy, gross, and sluggish. The psychic atmosphere pulls on and weighs down the mental and, in a lesser degree, the noetic atmosphere of the human by those parts of them which pervades it.
Which pervade it means which is persuading it.
Yeah. The psychic atmosphere pulls on and weighs down the mental and in a lesser degree the noetic atmosphere of the human by
Your
those parts of
emotional mind is ruling the situation. Either it is by the desire and feeling are overpowering.
yeah.
So your ego mind is the body mind is your desire mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
The light therefore is dimmed in those parts. The noetic destiny is the absence of light from the psychic atmosphere, from feeling and desire, and from the psychic breath.
So
So these
all
are the
those are manifesting as
obstacles.
your ego body. I mean ego mind.
Yes.
The light in the
Okay.
thinker.
The
Earlier
light.
was light in the knower. Okay, the behavior of light in the knower. Now, how is thinker going to react? Who is thinker? Thinker is your active and passive. What are they? Anyone recalls?
Rightness and reason.
Correct.
Reasoning, right? Reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us think
The
about it.
light in the thinker, in the doer. The chief characteristics of the psychic atmosphere is a feeling for and the desiring and rushing after something it longs for yet it fears. How it happens that something in the is the light of the intelligence and contact with the
Oh, one
thinker
sec. I
and the
think
knower.
somewhere I think we
Okay,
need
the
to
chief
listen.
characteristic of the
No, the chief
atmosphere.
characteristic of the psychic atmosphere is a feeling for and the desiring and rushing after something it longs for, yet
Yet it
fears.
fears.
It longs, but it has some inhibitions. What are
That
they?
fear is the block.
Correct. That's
That something
something. That's
that
something.
something
Yeah. Hmm.
is the light of intelligence and contact with the thinker and the knower.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. The
What will
atmosphere
they give
is not
you? They will give you contact with the knower, will give you identity and knowledge. The contact with the thinker will give you rightness and reason.
yeah.
Okay.
The atmosphere
Because of
is not
that fear, because what is he saying? Desiring and rushing after something. What is that something? So the questions are associated with knowledge, with I-ness, the identity part. It is also associated with reason
reason.
and rightness. So let us read the next line.
The atmosphere is not conscious of the light.
Correct.
It is never quiet, but when impressions from nature, elementals, or desires of other doers enter through the avenues leading from the openings of the body, it is stirred into a turmoil.
Correct. That starts the ball rolling. Like we used to play that game in the childhood, right? I will get it, I will not get it. I will get it, I will not get it. Those are the kind of things that is referring. Yeah,
Stirring.
correct.
It it pulls and pushes and it pushes.
Mhm.
It stucks in like a whirlpool and it tries to get into everything.
Correct.
It
Now,
it
because whatever
surges.
you try to do, it will go through that. I will get it, I will not get it. I will get it, I will not get it. That's where you are stuck. Yeah, let's proceed. Good.
Urges in these ways during eating, amusement, dancing, celebrations, sermons, funerals, and all trading.
Whatever you do.
It happens.
Yeah,
The atmosphere is conscious of these, its activities. Or the atmosphere is conscious of these, its activities, but is not conscious of why it has them.
correct. Hmm.
It has them to get the light. The light it once had, but which was withdrawn. Because of this doubting, it is withdrawn.
It will get withdrawn.
The psychic atmosphere is represented in the feeling and the desire of the doer.
Correct. Okay.
The next one is psychic. Yeah, after this. Okay. If feeling and desire could get the light into the atmosphere of the doer, it would not desire to change its present condition. It would continue to seek the satisfaction from the nature. It would have a greater intensity of satisfaction because of the light, and it would not advance, and so it would retard the progress of the doer.
Correct.
If
Because,
feeling and desire is dominated.
correct. Hmm.
Because the doer has no light, it is in the dark. It cannot tell one thing from another, cannot form a judgment, but can only feel and desire. So it doesn't have exactly what he wants, and also he's confused.
Correct.
When things are pleasant, it tries to hold them and get more of them, and when they are unpleasant, it tries to get away from them.
Hmm.
Not having discrimination, it does this over and over again. So not having discrimination, that clarity is not there.
No, no. He is unable to. Yeah, okay, you can say clarity is not there. Yes,
Whether to do it or not, he's not, he's confused.
exactly. He's not able
These
to decide.
are all
Yeah.
the qualities of the third dimension where we are having.
But these are all perfectly the qualities of the third dimension. Very well said.
Yeah, Maya is nothing but duality.
Yes.
That is a game on this third 3D.
So, Maya is going to play at your psychic mind.
Yes,
Correct.
yes. That That is where the duality comes into picture and into the
Correct.
game place.
Correct.
The feeling or the desire is so evident in the human that it seems to be all there is. So when during that time, we think that the feeling or the desire is so evident in the human that
No,
it
in
seems
that
to be
dimension. See, also now we can bring in, since we have spoken about the dimension today, we can bring in that also into this learning.
yes.
Hmm.
The doer occupies not only certain nerves of the voluntary nervous system, but also some which belongs to the thinker and the knower.
Okay, why is he
Okay.
bringing nervous system here? Think about this. Why is he bringing the nervous system here?
Is this I mean connected to axiotonal lines? No.
No.
But
Axiotonal
is it
lines is for the higher self to reprogram. Okay.
yeah.
But if you
Is
really
this
look at the construct of the human being,
or sympathetic and parasympathetic?
exactly. One is
Yeah.
nature, the other one is intelligent. So you got the voluntary nervous system and the involuntary.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. When the elementals, which means your components of your fire, air, water, etc., when they are
Okay.
controlling, right? Now
Yes.
desire is coming where? Desire is coming at your feeling, and desire
Pelvic
is
region.
at which region?
Yeah. The digestive pelvic region. Yeah.
No. It is here, the physical.
Physical body. Oh, yeah, yeah. Is it in
And
pelvic cavity?
the physical and the swadhisthana, both.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
going to be dominated. So what happens? It will come to the adrenal
Yes.
and then go to the heart.
Yes.
Okay. From the heart, it will go to the mind. It will again come back to the heart where the conscience is going to play.
Reason and rightness.
Correct. Right? So it is because of that system. Okay. Because of that only, that entire cycle, that is why it is going to impact. Got it? Why that sentence? Is that clear? It
Yeah.
is because of the organs also that are getting involved in that game plan. Yeah.
In the previous slide, there is a sentence, nature operates through the nervous system, whatever it communicates, right? So nervous systems are kind of a channels.
No. In the nervous system, there are two components, Praveen. One is voluntary and the other one is involuntary. Okay. Involuntary nervous system, like your breathing, etc., they are controlled by your feeling and desire, not directly.
Right.
Okay. That is the point he is making here. Let us see. Which point was it, ma'am?
The
The
doer
feeling,
occupies not
the
only the nerves
feeling
of
or the desire is so evident. Okay. The desire occupies. Yeah, let's go ahead. The doer occupies.
not only certain nerves of the voluntary nervous system, but also some which belongs to the thinker and the knower.
Correct.
No noetic reactions may be felt, and mental reactions are felt, but vaguely. So even though there is some noetic reaction, we don't feel
No.
it. But
We will read it once again slowly. The
yeah,
doer
yeah,
occupies not only certain nerves of the voluntary nervous system, okay, but also some which belong to the thinker and the knower, which is that the involuntary. Okay.
yes. That we have, yeah, he did not mention that. Yeah.
Yeah. No
No,
noetic
no,
reactions may be felt. The noetic reactions may not be felt, and mental reactions are felt but vaguely.
because of our emotions or
Whatever it
feelings.
is. Correct.
Yeah.
There is no
If
wisdom component at all. Noetic, that knowledge part is not at all there in this communication.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
if the thinker and the
The other
knower
way to
are
look at it, noetic part is not in picture means these are all controlled by your noetic part will control your voluntary nervous system. Correct? Because conscious mind is coming into picture only when the light is seen, the wisdom is used and all. Not the nature side.
let's
Correct?
read further.
So it's
Yeah.
very clear, no? The doer occupies not only certain nerves of the voluntary nervous system, voluntary nervous system is part of your conscious mind. Correct? Am I right? Or am I saying it ulta? Any
Sir, you're
science
right.
student here?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Right. Okay. Right. But also some which belong to the thinker and knower. See, the voluntary nervous system belongs to the thinker and knower anyway. The doer also is involved in it, is what it is saying. That means interconnected.
Mm. Yeah.
You
Okay.
can't
If the
directly
thinker,
control, but indirectly control them. Like
yes.
your circulation, BP, and all those.
Clouding,
Pardon?
because the doer is occupying some of the nervous systems of a thinker and knower,
Ah.
so is clouding the judgment or light that could
That
potentially.
is also possible. Yes, that is also possible. That is impacting the system itself.
Yes, that is the
Okay.
reason you don't really feel
Correct.
anything. It's especially a mental vegan.
No noetic reactions may be felt. There is no wisdom in picture at all. And mental reactions are felt but vaguely. If the thinker and the knower are noticed at all, they are intercepted as feeling and desire. That confusion also is potentially possible. Okay. On the other hand, psychic conditions, mystic trance states, and visions are supposed to be what is spoken of as spiritual. Okay? So, the feeling or the desire is so evident in the human that it seems to be all there is. That is the impact of that sentence. In all the three environments.
So he's saying even though thinker and knower are there, they're not noticing and interpreting wrongly as feeling and desire.
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because of the desire. The feeling or the desire can dominate both of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's go further.
Okay,
That one.
when a human suffers, he usually seeks consolation and hope in religious promises rather than an understanding of the facts. So
Yes.
this is what so far before we come into the spirituality, we always think like that, When a
Correct.
human suffers, usually seeks consolation and hope in religious promises rather than an understanding of the facts. In the psychic atmosphere, feeling and desire act without the light. So that is
Psychic
where the
atmosphere,
psychic,
light has got no meaning, right? Because you are emotionally dictated.
yeah, and then you always seek outside the help of some religion. There is no trust in yourself
Correct.
and to know what's happening.
Right.
So that's what he's saying. In that situation of the psychic atmosphere, the light is obscured.
Okay. Do we stop here?
Actually, what I noticed, the heading is much more meaningful once you read the line items.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you read
Let's
the
go
line
back.
items, then go back to the heading. The heading perfectly strikes.
Correct.
Yeah, let us
No,
go
in
back to
some
reading.
cases, there is no light coming up to our capability. So that we'll have to draw the diagram. I think I will have to work on this. Let me see. These two
I've
Yeah,
sections require. The diagram you sent is good, but from a different perspective altogether. I can use it for our exercises in no, our unified.
I've
oh,
consulted GPT also, sir, to the IS. Then it says give up.
It's not easy.
It is not
See,
easy.
every line you draw, you have to draw a creative diagram there.
Yeah. So
his language is very confusing.
Correct.
It's a very old,
So,
like
masters, do
100-year-old.
we stop here?
Yes.
Because tomorrow is Monday and
Right.
people in India will have to go to bed early. People in the US have to complete their weekend chores.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But the whole discussion is like to such a granular level,
Yeah.
bringing that to the, it is very amazing.
No,
Can
this
we
one,
read?
actually, after you put the diagram together, we will get a wonderful picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we go back and read the heading of that time? This 10, Nandi? After reading all this. Yeah. The light in the thinker, in the doer. Okay. So how
This
that
is
light,
how the thinker is reaching the doer.
yeah,
Okay.
how it is reaching the doer. The
There
chief
are two
characteristic.
doers. No, he has covered both the doers. The doer in the physical body as well as doer who is taking the loan from the thinker and knower in the triune self. Both are coming into picture.
Yeah, see, that's why, like Praveen said, now if you read, the chief characteristics of the psychic atmosphere is a feeling for the desiring and rushing after something it longs for, at fears. That fear is a blockage, it's stopping.
No. What is that something? That is the first para.
That
That
clarity should be
something
there.
is the light of the intelligence. And contact with the thinker and the knower. That something
No, no.
is the light of intelligence and
Mm-hmm.
contact with the thinker and the knower.
After something it longs for, is this you're saying this is the light? What?
One sec. The
Uh-huh.
characteristic of the psychic atmosphere is a feeling for and the desire and rushing after something.
Yeah, so that something is what is something he meant.
That something is the light of the clarity. Light of intelligence is the one that is giving the light. Okay.
Okay,
And
okay,
contact with the thinker and knower, with the identity and knowledge, and
okay.
rightness and reason. That is what it is
Yeah.
trying to relate.
I think
Because it doesn't
my,
have that clarity, it fears.
but what you should do in the something parenthesis, you have to edit some, put the clarity or something like that. Then the audience will understand
No,
better.
I'm going to make a diagram out of this. Ultimately, this book has to be converted to a diagram only.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you tell me the first chapter till we had that diagram together, we were not
Oh my
able to
God.
make a head and tail of it, right?
Yes, yes. It was so confusing initially. Now it makes sense. See, after reading these dimensions, it is becoming more and more clear.
Correct.
See, all these pictures and these
Yeah.
circles.
They are becoming
Initially, it
clear
was
today.
initially it was so confusing. What is he talking about? All different words, spheres,
Yeah.
but yeah, to understand this book, we had to go through so many books.
Yeah. The atmosphere is not conscious of the light. That something is the light. Look at this.
Mm.
The atmosphere is not conscious of that light. Okay? It is never quiet. But then, when impressions from nature, elementals, or desires of other doers enter through the avenues leading from the opening of the body, it is stirred into a turmoil. What is stirred? That non-clarity, that absence of light. All that is with respect to this something. I don't think even if Percival himself comes, he will be able to understand what he has written.
It's a part of the exteriorization process, all the Srey
I
and
know.
Daga and all this.
Correct. Yeah. So we'll stop here.
Yeah.
Even he will struggle.